Traditional SEO was really always about, proving your authority through popularity, like figuring out who had the most backlinks or keyword matches.
Right, exactly. It was a numbers game.
Yeah, but now AI search is entirely about proving authority through absolute data certainty. Welcome to the AI Search Visibility Podcast. For today's deep dive, we're unpacking a 2026 report from AI News. It details exactly how generative AI is just obliterating traditional search marketing.
It really is.
And, we'll get into what practical strategies you need to actually survive this shift, because it's like going from a librarian giving you a massive stack of books to, say, having a personal assistant like Gemini or ChatGPT just hand you the single definitive answer.
Yeah, the stakes there, they just cannot be overstated. The report highlights this massive visibility problem that's currently wiping out legacy digital marketing. Because like you said, if you're not that single recommended answer, you basically do not exist.
Which is terrifying, right? I mean, it completely changes the objective. If we have to format everything perfectly just to be that one answer, it kind of feels like we're optimizing for a robot's processing power instead of, actual human beings.
Well, yeah, I get that. You're hitting on the core tension of the whole shift, but the reality is that AI models actually demand the exact same thing that human consumers demand, which is clarity and credibility.
Okay, but they just read it differently.
Exactly. They parse it differently. So to adapt, brands have to really deploy practical strategies for AI search marketing. You have to shift away from old keyword stuffing and move toward comprehensive, machine-readable content.
Meaning things like schema markup.
Yes, extensive schema markup. Because instead of leaving the AI to just guess what a web page means through context clues, structured data acts like this direct pipeline.
Oh, right. So you're feeding the exact price or technical specs and validated customer reviews straight into the AI's training weights.
Precisely. You're completely removing the friction of interpretation. The AI relies heavily on those exact details to verify that your brand is actually a trustworthy recommendation. It needs that structured certainty before it stakes its reputation on a single answer.
Yeah, but manually updating that architecture across, say, thousands of product pages, I mean, that just isn't realistic for most teams.
Oh, definitely not. The sheer volume of data structuring requires serious automation, and we're seeing massive budget reallocations because of it.
Really? Like how much?
Well, the report estimates that by 2026, companies will shift up to 30% of their marketing budgets directly into AI visibility tools.
Wow, 30%. That is huge. And the source actually mentions a few specific platforms taking over this space, right?
Yeah, it highlights three major ones doing the heavy lifting. First, you have Sixth Shop, which basically translates e-commerce catalogs into dynamic JSON LD feeds.
So generative engines can instantly pull live pricing and inventory data.
Exactly. Then there's Profound, which is fascinating. It actually reverse engineers how ChatGPT connects entities, so it shows you exactly where the AI's logic breaks down regarding your specific brand.
That is wild. And the third one was Right Sonic.
Right Sonic, which provides real-time, on-page content optimization to align with those constantly shifting algorithmic weights.
Hearing about the sheer complexity of tools like Profound is a perfect reminder. Like, if you're listening to this and realizing your brand might be completely invisible to these AIs, you really don't have to guess. You can go to diegofrancomedia.com right now for a custom AI visibility audit.
It's highly recommended, yeah.
You can get a concrete action plan to implement these exact tool sets. But, okay, looking at these automated layers, a major concern comes to mind. If every single brand uses these exact same platforms to feed the AI exactly what it wants to see, aren't we just homogenizing information?
It's a huge risk.
Just seems like a fast track to a massive echo chamber.
Yeah, and the report warns extensively about this very risk of content homogenization. Because AI inherently favors well-represented, perfectly structured data.
Right.
So it collapses nuance into a single high-probability answer. If your data isn't structured to feed that probability, you are filtered out entirely.
Wow. So to survive, everyone basically starts formatting their content identically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stripping away unique brand voice and diverse perspectives just for the sake of machine readability, it creates this feedback loop that prioritizes the same dominant voices who know how to play the technical game.
So the gatekeepers have fundamentally changed. I mean, adapting to AI search is no longer just an experimental tactic. It is the baseline requirement for digital survival today.
It really is, and it leaves us with a critical dilemma as we move forward. Think about it. If AI assistants only ever provide one quote-unquote best recommendation, what happens to the future of consumer choice? or free market discovery.
That is a terrifying thought.
Right. Are we actually choosing the best product, or are we just choosing the product with the best machine-readable data?
A vital question to consider as this landscape evolves. But whatever you do, do not wait until your digital presence just disappears. Head over to diegofrancomedia.com right now to get a full, in-depth AI visibility audit. Find out today if your brand is actually being cited by AI or if you're already completely invisible.